We are like an onion, layers and layers of emotion. So by taking off this layer by layer, especially the first one is the biggest, and oftentimes you can have a delayed effect, like feeling like you've got a hangover for a couple of days or whatever as the changes take effect. But once these changes do take effect, they are lifelong, because a lot of healers only work on the first energy body. We've got a dozen, and as we evolve, we're getting more and more. So we clear all the energy bodies, because if you've got a problem out on the third energy body, say, it will, and you get the first one cleared, over time that emotion or that problem with the body will manifest again over time. So by clearing the chakras and the bodies, you will stop any further problems with those emotions. And each body has its own chakra system, and oftentimes you'll find that the chakras are twisted, bent, broken, torn. So all those are healed and repaired and energized again, along with the meridians, because the meridian system is very important. So we also clear and energize each of the meridian systems. But first off, what we do is, after scanning the body and having a talk for say 10 or 20 minutes, just to see if there's anything more, I go into a theta state, which is, beta, alpha, theta, and sometimes into delta, and I find out a lot more once you've gone into actually doing the treatment after the 20-minute session. But initially what we do is just rid the body of any dirty, diseased energy. Now, each atom in our body encompasses energy. Now, if you got all humanity and took out all the space between the atoms, the whole of humanity on this planet would fit inside the size of a sugar cube. So that energy between the atoms and part of the atoms has been there for a long, long time, and it may be good, it may be bad, but it's old. So we spread that out and pull that energy out between the atoms. Following that, we clear the cells, because the cells hold memory as well, from genetically and emotionally. So we clean the cells out. Then we start looking at removing, if we haven't picked them up in the scan, removing elemental beings, deceased souls, like people that have died and haven't passed over. And I get a lot of that with husbands or wives that have passed over and then not left the family. So they will stay with the husband or wife, and they have trouble with trying to get another partner, because you'll have a three-way relationship there. Living souls, well, same sort of deal. Extraterrestrials, because a lot of extraterrestrials will come in and just inhabit a human body just to see what it's like to be human, and even try and control that person. Dark beings and black magic, which there's quite a lot about. Voodoo and so forth, it's a really big area. We clear all that from the body and the aura, and then also look for any implants, devices, seals, portals, and other signs of darkness. So oftentimes you'll see little bits of things sticking on people's backs or out of their heads or whatever, antennas or whatever. So you pull all those sort of things out, or on their back or on the spine. A lot of stuff sort of sits on the spine as well. And then we go through to break all spells, contracts, oaths, vows, promises from this life and past life, because if you were made a vow to do a certain thing in a past life, oftentimes that comes through into this life. And also remove all curses. And now curses can be made just by the slip of a tongue, just by a thought form. So it's very important just to pull all those out. So once they're all pulled out, I see where you are on your path, whether you're on your path and doing what you came to this planet to do, or whether you're sitting in a swamp and you're stuck, or you're walking through bush and making a hard time of it. We'll get you out of that, clean you up, and put you back on your path, so that you came here to achieve what you came here to do. And then take out any blocks that are stopping you from achieving what you wanted to do. From there on, we clear your Merkaba up and any other entanglements that you may have had from the past. And then I have some sheets. These are sheets that I go through and kinesiologically check you for belief systems and emotions. So we can fine tune any problems to a belief system or an emotion. So I normally make a dozen or more of those that we can concentrate on and pull them out of your aura or out of your muscles, organs, sinews, blood, bones, whatever. And on top of that, also look at where you are on the map of consciousness, which is really important because we all want to get up to being in joy, peace and enlightenment. So see where you are and see where the blocks are that are stopping you achieving that part of your life. So that life should be a joy and go through and learn rather than be of the hard slog. So once all those things are completed, I put an energy through the body from the center of the universe and then also from the center of the earth, so that you become a complete connected being and open up those chakras and cleanse them all and the whole body and repair anything that's going on inside, but then connect you to the middle of the earth and the center of the universe so that you are a totally connected being, which is where we should be anyway. And then following that, there's added protection put around and guards put around so that you can heal, and the protections to stop anything can go out but nothing come in. It's a very strong, impermeable protection there that will last quite a while. Now, I normally like to recommend 3 sessions. That's because the first one's quite normally severe and then the following 2 tidy things up. Some people come back once a month for years, so it depends on your own circumstances. But the first one you may feel like you've got a hangover for 1 to 3 days, but by changing your belief system or systems, what used to make you really react badly or severely now will be previously, oftentimes will just be like a bump in the road and you won't react so severely afterwards. So that's normally what happens, and you're more back on your track and centered in what you're doing. So that's pretty well what the whole treatment entails. Thank you for watching and be in touch. Thanks. See ya.